Hi friends, Prepared Suburbanite here. Today's Friday, November 3rd, 2017, and my wife and I just came up here, picked up the last couple pieces of material that we're going to need to finish the roofing on the shed, and so we're about ready to take off for the day. We'll be back up on Sunday with the work crew. My buddies have given us their commitment to be here first thing Sunday morning to get the shingles on the roof, and we're excited about that. So stick around, we'll have a lot of good videos for you. Well, as luck would have it, we ran out of daylight and I couldn't continue to film because it just got way too dark. But we kind of got a late start. The gang really didn't all get there until about 11 o'clock. And it took us about an hour and a half or so to get everything all set up with the ladders and the scaffolding, and getting the drip edge put on the edges of the roof and all that. So we got busy with that, finished up in about an hour and a half. We started about 11 and took a short break once we got the first couple of courses on the roof. Took a short break and had a bit of lunch. Thankfully, Ashton and Andy's wife were there. My wife was there. My daughter showed up. My grandson Alex was there. And so we just had a kind of a big picnic. The weather was not super cooperative, but it wasn't too awful all that bad. It was cool and damp when we started, but warmed up during the day a little bit, but the sun never came out. So we just continued to work after lunch, just kept going, banging, cleaning up as we went, trimming things. Ashton and Andy busted their butts trying to get all this done, and as we got later in the afternoon, it just kept getting darker and darker and darker because the cloud cover was there. That didn't help at all. And around 4:30 or so, Ashton and my grandson Alex both had to take off to take care of some other responsibilities. So they took off about 4:30, 5 o'clock or so, and that left poor Andy there by himself trying to finish up the roofing. Well, it got dark at 5:15. And by 5:30, 5:45 or so, it was so dark you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. So we busted out the headlamps, and Andy worked by headlamp, putting the last couple of pieces of shingles on the roof, and then the ridge cap across the top, and just started banging away at that, finished it up. We pulled the ladders down about 6:30, 6:45 or so. Started putting all the tools away, got everything, the ladders loaded back up, the scaffolding loaded back up in Andy's trailer and his truck and all that. Stopped and had an adult beverage at the end just to say thanks to Andy. And Ashton showed back up, hooked up the trailer, the boys took off. My wife and I ended up on the way home at about 8 o'clock. And we didn't hit home until about 9, and we were totally exhausted. But honestly, the roof is 100% complete. It's a little bit of trimming yet to do that was too dark to really take care of, but that's going to be easy to take care of. So I think we're set. Okay, so just a final recap on phase 1 of the storage shed build at our bug out location. When we first started the project last spring, I put a budget together so I would have a pretty good idea what it was that we were going to spend to put the shed together, all the materials and all that kind of stuff. So I put the budget together and what tools I was going to need, what materials I was going to need, the nails, you name it. And I tried to think of everything, and I came up with a budget, and you know what? I came in just a touch under budget, about $900 under budget. So altogether, I've got just about $3,200 invested in that shed at our bug out location. just now started putting the budget plan together for phase 2, which is going to be the interior, getting the insulation in there, the wall boards in there, the trim in there, that kind of stuff. So I'm working on that right now. That looks to be maybe $1,000 to $1,200, depending on which direction we decide to go. So that's going to be our winter project, is working on the interior in that. We can slap up the insulation, we can put wallboard up, we can do everything that we need to do, and we'll be under shelter because we've got a dry shed to work from. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you, make a plan, stick with it, be prepared always, and I'll see you on the next video.